Welcome back to Steve Robb Reviews. Today we're going to have some fun and I'm going to show you a new product that I bought myself. And this is one of them butane torches. We're going to go over here, we're going to take a look at it on the bench. I'm going to show you some things that it can do and I'm going to mention some things that it can't. So let's take a look and let's see how this thing operates. Well, let's start off right here with the instructions. And there's the part number right there. And you can see how it goes on the butane cylinder. And this is a culinary torch, but can also be used, you know, for soldering. It can be used for all kinds of things. And, you know, add color and texture to food, blistering and skinning. I'm not too much of an idea of using this for skinning, but okay, so we're going to get to it right here, and this is what it looks like right there. And we'll put it on the cylinder. And they're showing here, you know, for unthawing pipes and I don't know, like putting grill marks on top of casseroles and that kind of thing. But I won't be using it for that. Okay, so let's just take a look at where I'm set up here. Okay, this is going to be interesting right here. But this here right here is my butane stove that I have. And this butane cylinder right here is not the same as this. This one here is only to charge up, you know, like torches like this one or this one. And, well, this one. Now this is a propane torch, and that has a huge downfall, but I'm going to show you that too. Got a little bit of an experiment right here, and I'm going to show you how it works on heat shrink, and we're going to do some soldering. And if you take a look at that solder, that's been sitting there for about 2 hours. And look how it all dried up and I guess has kind of, well, it's just dried up. So we're going to get to that first. The first thing I got to do is I got to hook this thing up and put it on this butane cylinder right here. So let's do that next. Okay, let's just take this out of the package. Nothing fancy. And what I am going to do is I'm going to show you the bottom side of this. And if you take a look at the can, you can see on the can right there, you can see there's a cut opening in it. So I don't know how this fits on here, but I'll show you right here. Now, this is the first time for me too, but as you could see on the can, yeah, there's like a notch. Let's see if I can get you in the shot here. The notch fits right in there. So you just put it on, push down, and turn. And I'm gonna have to, that's all it does. It just sits in there like that. Wow, I would have thought it like would have, you know, would have just circled all the way around or something, you know, but yeah, it just sits in there like that. Wow, okay. So this is the gas valve here. I'll just open it up. There she is right there. And you can turn it down, turn it up. Okay, now let's turn it upside down. Now there's a reason why I'm turning this upside down, but yeah, that works pretty good. So we'll shut it off. Takes a bit to die down. That starts nice, I like that. And it's got a nice flame. Now you can't see it really good, but that flame has got to be, well, yeah, without burning my finger off, about this far, maybe 10 inches. Look at that baby, I really like that. Okay, so let's do some soldering next. Before I get to the soldering, I just thought I'd demonstrate to you, here is the propane torch, and you'll see the reason why propane has its limitations, and that's it right there. You tip a propane bottle upside down, yeah, the flame's going to go out. Butane does not. Okay, I'll move this out of the way and let's get soldering. Okay, I'm not the best solderer in the world, but you know what? I always solder from the bottom. I don't know what you guys do, but yeah, I solder from the bottom. And when I see the flux starting to melt, well, I know it's almost time. There you go right there. That soldered her nice and good right there. Well, there's some heat shrink here. You can see I'll just move it along here. And my ideal use for melting the heat shrink or shrinking it down is to use an electric heat gun. But you can't always have electricity handy. So let's take a look and let's see how this does. I'll turn the heat down a bit. I mean, of course you wouldn't want blasting heat either, would you? And let's just see what this does. A nice soft flame on there. Look at that. There you go. You didn't melt it all down, put a bunch of holes in it or anything. Just as easy as that. I wonder how many of you have these little clickers here. You know, these little butane ones. And yes, you can fill them up. And you get like 3 for $10 depending on the brand. But I've pretty much given up on these because I tell you what, if you want to start a fire, well, these are pretty much useless most of the time because the wind just blows it out. I mean, it's very frustrating. Now, with something like this, do you think the wind's going to blow that out? I don't think so. And of course, you can tilt it up, you can do whatever you want with it. And you know what? I think this is the ideal thing, but I'm going to show you how I start fires up at my place. I've got an incinerator, and of course I got a fire pit. And a lot of times you want to start a fire, no, I ain't using any of these scraping rocks and you know, sparks flying and chips. I go right for the burner, and I'll show you what's next. So let's take a look. That's it right there. That's how I start a fire. It's very simple. Bang, start the gas, away you go. Now I'm going to show you exactly how these operate, these fire starters. So did you see how fast this thing started them up? Boom, that's it. Now before I get to the fire starters, just want to let you know there's a downfall to these. And that is that they really don't work that good at below freezing temperatures. Now, propane in itself doesn't work that great at below freezing temperatures, but it works a lot better than butane. I won't have any use for using this when it's below freezing temperatures anyway, so for me, it's just fine. And I like how easy it just goes on and only takes seconds to put on. Now, I paid like $20 for this, and for me, guys, I'm loving this. Okay, so I'll talk to you about this fire starters that I use. And all these is from my different projects I have around the house here where I use cedar. And these are just cedar strips. And all I do is just put about 1.5 inches of paint thinners in here. And or Varsol. I don't like using diesel fuel. I used to use diesel fuel years ago, but of course, you know, if it gets on your fingers. Now you can take a good look at these and you can see like they're pretty much dry. So they've been sitting in here for about 4 days. And if I lift one up for you here, yeah, you can see that it's wet and there's a drip on the bottom there. But I can grab these at any time and not leave any residue on my fingers or anything. And I just use the new starter to just light one of these up, just one. And that's enough to light pretty much any fire. So thanks for joining me here today. And just guys, let me know what you think of one of these. Have you used one of these before? I won't be using it for cooking and that kind of stuff, but I think it's just terrific. Lights every time. Love it. So you guys leave me a comment below and let me know if you've ever used one of these before. Whether you consider getting one. Like, I don't sell anything on my channel. And if you take a look at most places, the only thing I recognize that they're all the same is on the side there it just says torch, and I showed you the model number. So if you want to Google it, well, you can just Google yourself crazy there, right? Okay, that's pretty well it. Thanks for joining me here today. If you haven't seen this channel before, you're welcome to subscribe. See some more reviews in the future. Cheers.